What's good, guys? So I'm actually editing the video now, but I decided I'll add this in the beginning because we did the meet this weekend, and I figured I'd put it in because I actually got some video of my hurdle race, which was a good race. It was conservative. I'm adding it in now. Everything's moving in the right direction of what we want it to be. As you can see, I'm not like my lead leg's straighter. I'm not coming off the hurdle sideways like I normally do. It was a clean race, it was conservative. Altogether, it was a very good race for the first race of the year, and we're really looking forward to doing another one and getting that finally down to sub 8, hopefully with a little bit of competition. It'll be down there. And then 505 in pole vault, which was good considering the setup at this isn't the greatest for me mentally because the pit is lower than the box, so mentally I had to do better with that. But that came together. We switched from a 6 left to a 7 left, and that's coming along well, and that's what we did this meet. Found a pole that was close to working, and that's the main one, is finding poles that work for that run, and we're getting closer. It's getting there, and it's feeling really good. It's feeling better than it used to at a 6, and that's the main thing, right? Get it better, get it going. Anyways, just want to give you that quick update on the meet. Enjoy the video now. Alright guys, welcome back. That was odd. Anyways, so I've realized that I haven't quite told you guys my plan with what I want to do more with this channel now that I've kind of restarted doing it. I wanted to be a informative one where I can show like what I did the last time of the videos of my meet, or like the down day, explain those a little bit, but also have a informative channel per se. So I wanted to take this as a chance to kind of talk about supplements and recovery stuff that I do, and kind of why they can be important and stuff like that. So first off, with the supplements, you have to be extremely careful with them for the fact that some are illegal in NCAA, some are illegal in IAAF, but legal in NCAA. So you have to be really careful about what you're going to take. So I wanted to go into what I take for it, and then why I think it helps me out. So that's going to be the goal of this video, because I think that it'll help, especially if there's people that are going into college and all that stuff. So that's what I think this is going to be a good one for, and what I want to do more later, like moving on with the channel. So that's what I was thinking. You guys let me know in the comments if that's kind of something you'd want, or like want me to keep doing. If it is, let me know what you'd want to know more about. So if it's the supplements, whether it's recoveries between the days, it's what I do in certain aspects, or like just a tutorial of an event or something like that. I have time now, and I have the resources that I can do that if that's what you guys would want to do or want to see. So just let me know and I'll make sure I do it. Yeah, so this is now going to be what I do. So the recovery aspect of the decathlon is kind of major, considering you need to recover after day 1, you need to recover before day 1, and then it's how you recover after the decathlon if it's not the end of your season, to get back into the training and everything to get ready for the next competition that you're doing. But more of after hard practices and everything, this is kind of what I do for it. So of course there's a normal one, which is ice bath. Everybody knows what the ice bath is. It's just, you know, you can do it anywhere. You have different kinds. So Most universities have one that you kind of walk into and it's cold, or if you're at a hotel, you fill up the bath with cold water and then you just dump a lot of ice into it. I always do that one before competition, along with an Epsom salt bath. An Epsom salt so you can pick up at any drugstore, any like Walgreens, Target, Kroger, Safeway, that kind of stuff, grocery stores. It's what I think is really good. You run it with a hot bath. I put bubbles in my bath as well because, you know, bubble baths are amazing and I just love bubble baths. So that's kind of what I do the night before I compete in a big competition like Europeans and CAAs, that kind of stuff, or before a decathlon and stuff. But the Epsom salts are good for after like a hard workout. So like Mondays when we have running, I like to take them after that. It just kind of helps get the legs going again, along with ice bathing. Another recovery thing is a Normatec, and they're the big poofy boots that you see around. They look like this. There's lots of different variations of them, but a lot of athletes use them. So like I've used them my whole 4 years when I was at Kentucky, currently still use them. I know NFL players use them, NBA players use them. Really everyone uses them because they're just a good way. It just kind of puffs up and squeezes the lactic acid out of your legs. And that's really nice because I used to use them before the 400 in a decathlon and before the 15 last year, and I found that really helped. And then another one is the technology of like a vibrating foam roller. That's come about in the last couple years and it's really good. So I have this thing which is a sphere, and it vibrates kind of like the vibrating rollers do. So when you sit on it, it'll vibrate like that. Yeah, Harley doesn't really like it. So it'll vibrate like that, and that just kind of helps get the muscle going. That one's good for before the meet. And then something that I just got that is really cool and that you see popping up more is a vibrating gun. There's a lot of different kinds of them. I used this one. It's called the Hypervolt. It's more the cheaper version of like the raw gun and stuff, which is like $600. This one is quite a bit cheaper, and it does the job and it's quiet. So that's kind of what I use, and it's nice for on a day when, say, your back hurts or something, you can get somebody to use it on your back or your quads and all that stuff. And it's quiet, which is also a nice deal. Those are the kind of things that I use for that recovery portion of the event. So like during events, after events, and a little bit like the night before. Those are the tools that I use. Again, there's lots of different kinds, variations, it's kind of whatever works for you. On to the next section. As you can see, Harley's joined. Yeah. I don't know if he's too impressed about joining, but he's here. Says hi. Honestly, nubs are the best part of the corgi. And the ears. Anyways, so we've talked about like the recovery tools that I use before events and ones that I like to use. Now, the other portion that goes into it are the supplements, so protein powder, whether it's hydration mix, whether people use creatine, this, that, and everything. So I go with more of a minimal effort of what I use. So I don't use a huge amount of stuff. So I really only have a protein powder, a hydration mix, and a glucose tablet kind of thing that I take before workouts. So first, this is the thing that I use, and it's glucose tablet. It's really just sugar essentially, so it just kind of helps give you a little bit of energy. So I tend to take those before workouts, and I find it just gives you like a tiny bit of a boost. You leaving, Harley? And that's it for Harley, I guess. He's gonna go sleep. So that's what I use for. That's what I use those for. They taste a little chalky, but it's really not that bad as people say. But the protein powder that I use is this one, and it's the Tom Brady protein powder. And it's unflavored, which I find is really nice because then you can mix it with anything. It can just be water, it can be milk, or like what I do is I mix it with chocolate milk. And for me, it's the best one that I found. Like I've tried the Muscle Milk and the Rocket Fuel and all that stuff. This one has no sugar. It has a little bit of sodium, but for me, it seems the one that has the best ingredients for a healthier protein powder. And you don't really get the huge protein taste of it, which personally I don't really like. But this one seems to do a pretty good job of it, so that's what I go to. And the one scoop of it has about 20 grams of protein, which through college and everything, we sat down with a doctor, with our team physician, and basically he was saying that you don't need more than 20 grams of protein per set, like per serving. And if you have more than 20 grams of protein, it's not really doing much for you because you can only take in that 20 grams, so it's kind of just being an excess of it. So if you see stuff that's saying like 40 grams of protein per serving, it's really not doing any different than that 20 grams of protein. So that's why most of them tend to be that 20 to like 25 gram range. But to me, that one is the best powder that I've been able to like taste. And then for like my during workouts and afterwards, for like to help with my hydration, I use the Sword Mix, and this is a relatively new company, and it's kind of like the Gatorade and Powerade, but it to me is better because it doesn't have the sugars that the Gatorade and Powerade have, because they have like 30 grams of sugar in just a 12-ounce bottle. This one only has 14, so it's quite a bit better, and it's got more sodium, some more electrolytes in it, which helps you because it was developed by the team physician that was actually at Kentucky. So he and another guy created it, and it was created It was created specifically for your endurance and ultra marathon runners, so it tastes not as thick as a Gatorade, so it doesn't give the huge flavor that a Gatorade gives you, so it's like a little bit more salty and more watery, so you can drink it a lot more easily than a Gatorade, which I find is better for me because when I'm doing a hard workout, I don't like the aftertaste that a Gatorade kind of leaves, and this one doesn't do that, which I find is amazing, and I really like, and it has helped prevent my cramping. So that's why I like this for during competitions as well. So like during a multi, when you're out there for 12 hours, you need something more than water, and this was a substitute that I found afterwards, and I really enjoyed this one. So that's why I think this company is better than Gatorade. And during competitions, I tend to like have quite a bit of caffeine. You have to be careful with that because it is it's a watch substance. So if you have too much of it, it is banned. But up until like a certain level, and it's a really, really high level. I'll search it and then just put it right here. But it's a really high level of caffeine in your system. So if you take caffeine during meets, just don't go crazy and drink like 8 cups of coffee before you compete. Not a smart idea on the best of times, but so I consume like quite a bit of caffeine, but it's not something that I started until really my sophomore and junior year to really like use in competitions. because you don't know how your body's going to react. So if you're going to try it before in like a hard practice or something to see how your body reacts, because you don't want to try it before like the day of a meet, because then it could go bad and your whole meet will be ruined. But usually I have a 5-hour energy on me. It's just like a quick way to get some caffeine in me that's not like an energy drink, because it's not as much liquid and it's not bubbly. But something that I actually started using at Europeans, which I never really used, is a chewable caffeine tablet, and it's made again by the Sword people. And the caffeine, I feel like with that, starts a lot quicker and it doesn't give you the crash that other ones have. So one of those tablets is 50 milligrams, so you can decide how much caffeine you want, more than say an energy drink or the 5-hour energy. And it's just, you pop in the pill and you're good to go. Again, it's a chalky kind of substance, but once you get it down, you can throw it in some water, you really don't notice it. So those are the stuff that I use. Now some of them I am slightly sponsored by, so like Sword gives me like the pouches and all that stuff, and the Tom Brady company sends me some protein powder and all that. But I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't truly believe that they have been helping me in what I've been doing. So just because I'm saying they're good for me, it's not because they're sending me stuff and telling me to tell you guys that this is the best and you need to use it and all that. But I will put the link in the description below to the company's website pages and all that. So if you do want to get them, you can. But you don't have to. It doesn't affect me. But personally, these were the products that I found helped me out the best in the recovering and during meets and all that. So that's why I wanted to tell you guys about that. Well, so that's going to be the end of this video. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this kind of video, I would be more than happy to do it more, or again, just drop a note down below on what you'd want to see and stuff that I can create, because I sometimes don't know what to use, what to make for you guys. So that's my goal. And hopefully, you know, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, you subscribe. Just hit the button down below, like the video. So the goal is, let's say by June, have 500 subscribers, and by the end of the year, have up to 1,000 subscribers. So that way, you know, I know that you guys are enjoying the video. You guys can know when I put out new content. So have a good day, guys. Share the video, do what you want with it, have fun, have a great day, great week, and I'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.